Excuse me, sir. Sir, question for you. Have you ever been...
Oh my God. I've seen your shit.
Yeah?
That's crazy.
Could I interview you real quick?
Okay, I'm totally rich.
Yeah?
Relax.
Is this your Rolls Royce?
Yes.
And what do you do for a living out here in Miami?
I own Poppy Steak, best restaurant in the world.
What's the biggest issue you've had so far in terms of revenue? What's the most you made in a year?
2021, over $100 million.
In business, I've done over $2 billion.
$2 billion.
$2 billion.
But what if you have a bad month in business?
I couldn't ever figure that out, and I haven't had a bad month ever since I put Juul cigarettes on the market and started doing $150 million a year.
How can somebody become a multimillionaire like yourself in today's world?
Listen.
Hard Knocks family, it is 6:30 in the morning and we are about to fly from Austin, Texas to Miami, Florida to go interview some of the wealthiest people in the entire city. Miami has 75% more millionaires now than it did a decade ago. So we're gonna go find the hidden wealth in Miami and go figure out where these multimillionaires and billionaires are so that way we can figure out how they got to where they were and how you can start your path to becoming financially free in today's world. So with that being said, let's head out to Miami and get this video on the way. All right, you guys, we just touched down in Miami, Florida, and we are at our first stop in the Design District, home to some of the most expensive luxury stores in the city. So we're gonna walk around, find some wealthy people, and figure out how they created their wealth in the city. Looks like we got one right here, so come on, let's see. Excuse me, sir, question for you. Have you ever been broke before? Real quick.
No, I haven't.
All right, my friend. All right. Hey, as you guys can see, since we're in Miami, in the Design District, like I said, this is home to some of the most successful people in the entire country are based here in Miami. So all we can do is kind of keep trekking until we find these yeses and get some real game and real business advice from how these people created their wealth out here. Come on. Excuse me, sir. Question for you, sir. Have you ever been...
Thanks. No, thanks.
No thanks?
No. Yeah,
Appreciate you, my
thanks.
friend. Thank you. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Question for you.
No, I
I
know
know
you.
you.
I know you.
It's
I'm not
okay.
gonna. No,
I'll
no,
do
no.
Real quick,
it.
real quick.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
No, you are not doing it.
Why?
Wait.
Because it's gonna go on TikTok.
Real quick,
you know.
real quick.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
No, honey, we cannot afford to
No.
do things like this.
Excuse me, sir. Question for you. Have you ever been broke before?
No, I know this one.
Yeah?
No,
Real quick, I started a channel on Austin.
I know. I've seen it. It's good.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, question for you.
What?
Have you ever been broke before?
Huh?
Have you ever been broke before?
What's your name?
James.
What do you guys?
I started a channel. I grew it to 7 million followers in Austin, Texas.
Okay, I'm totally rich.
Yeah?
Relax.
So real quick question for you. Like,
What?
what line of business were you in?
Money laundering?
Actually, though.
No,
Well,
I
what-
don't want to get into it.
Okay, one question.
Yeah.
And that's it. In 60 seconds,
Yes.
somebody wants to become financially free in today's world. Give them the blueprint. What does it take to become successful like yourself in the business world today?
Psychology. Understand human nature. And don't push people.
But when it comes to sales, though, how do you leverage psychology in sales?
Huh?
How do you leverage psychology in sales?
I'm just really fucking smart.
Are you old money or new money?
I did it myself.
Could I walk with you?
Huh?
Could I walk with you real quick? In your opinion, what was the hardest skill for you to master in the business world?
Waking up.
What do you mean by that?
I don't like to wake up in the morning.
In terms of delegation, how important was it for you learning how to master delegation, building teams, and bringing the right people in?
It's impossible. I do everything myself.
What was the best financial advice you ever got from a mentor?
Take the money. Don't keep putting it back in.
Why is that?
You keep spending your money.
But what if you have a bad month in business?
I couldn't ever figure that out, and I haven't had a bad month ever since I put Juul cigarettes on the market and started doing $150 million a year.
You do $150 million a year. How did
70. I work with Tyson, Future, everybody.
how did you scale from an 8 to a 9-figure company? That's incredible.
When opportunity meets preparation, you have luck.
But what was your risk tolerance as a business owner?
I just go for it.
Yeah? Did you have to borrow money from banks or leverage any capital from investors, or how did you get the money
No, I
to?
did it myself. Now I borrow money from banks. They're begging to give me money. At 8%, they'll do anything to give me money.
What's your name, sir?
Johnny,
Johnny, I appreciate
what
you.
do I see this on?
The School of Hard Knocks, all platforms. Like we do 120 million views a month. And real quick, one more for you, real quick. How old are you now? 50?
Ish.
With everything you've learned, one message to the younger generation today that could help them start that path and that learning curve.
I can't. I just had to go through what I had to go through to get here. I had to just do it. I had to do it, make mistakes, But I learn and I'm smart.
Were you close to bankruptcy at any point in time?
Twice.
How'd you break that and overcome that?
I started over again in the trunk of a car at 40.
Incredible. Thank you for your time, sir. I really appreciate that. All right, you guys. That's got to be one of the wildest interactions I've ever had running this channel. That's a $150 million entrepreneur we just caught out here in Miami, Florida, and he just gave some straight game for you guys. Crazy interview to get this video rolling. We got to keep it rolling. Go get this next one. Come on, you guys. Excuse me, sir. Sir, question for you. Have you ever been broke before?
No.
No? Bro, I started the channel in Austin. I grew it to 7 million followers. I interview business owners all over the country. Can I get just 1 minute of your time real quick? Please? It'll be worth it, I promise you. Question for you.
Oh, I know you.
Could I interview you real quick? Real quick. 1 minute.
I'm about to walk into a meeting.
1 minute,
I'm
please.
a huge fan of yours.
It'll be worth it. Trust me. 1 minute. Awesome, man. Yeah, hey. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. All right, you guys. So yesterday was not easy, man. We got the one interview, but like I said, man, these are super high net worth individuals. We just tried to get that one right there. He likes the channel, but what is he doing? He's going into a meeting on a Saturday right now. We just got to keep up the pressure and go find where these multimillionaires and billionaires are out here in Miami, Florida. So come with me. Let's go snag these interviews. Come on. Is this your Rolls Royce?
Yes.
And what do you do for a living out here in Miami?
I own Poppy Steak,
So you own a restaurant. How long have you been?
best restaurant in the world. Haven't you heard of Poppy Steak?
How long have you been in the restaurant business for?
About 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
And what's the biggest issue you've had so far in terms of revenue? What's the most you made in a year?
We made a lot during the COVID years. You know, Florida's been good to us.
Yeah.
And then thank God, business is booming.
Give me
we
a
just
range.
keep going up and up and up and up.
What's the biggest year you had at your restaurant?
2021, 2022.
What'd you do in revenue?
We don't like to say numbers, but a lot.
A lot of money.
Yeah,
Let me
enough to get this car.
Yeah. let me
You can see for yourself.
Just keep driving, bro. Keep driving. So how did you scale to multiple locations and you overall just the
You
business?
gotta always give the best service, best hospitality, the best team. You gotta have the best team behind you.
Yeah.
You gotta put a lot of love into it and a lot of hard work.
Yeah, now when it comes to networking, a lot of people struggle to build relationships, build connections in the business world. You're in the hospitality, you're in the people business. What does it take to build winning relationships in the business world?
You gotta constantly stay honest, be honest with all your friends, be honest with all your investors, and just keep printing money and make success.
So how did you get the money to start this business? Did you have to borrow capital from banks or investors, or how did you ultimately get the money?
It's always like that, you know, in business. You need friends, you need relationships, you need partners, but
Yeah.
you gotta stay true and loyal to your partners.
Yeah. And have you ever been broke before?
Of course.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah. So you don't. So you
I'm
don't.
self-made. I
Yeah.
worked very hard to get to where I am.
So what was the turning
Many
point?
times.
So what was the turning point to financial freedom? Like, what did you see that made you want to stand out and go create a multi-million-dollar
It's
business?
never ending. There's never financial freedom.
Yeah.
You always got to work harder, and you always got to thrive to get more and more.
And your last message to somebody trying to become a multi-millionaire in today's world?
You got to stay true to your brand and believe in yourself and work very hard.
Do you believe in God?
Of course,
And how important was faith for you?
very important. All
Thank you,
these
sir.
things are very important.
Thank you, my friend. Have a
Nice
great day.
interview.
Have a great day, sir. Thank you. Hey, yo, we just interviewed, I think his name's David, but he's the owner of Poppy Steak, one of the largest steakhouses in the entire country. We just held up traffic for, I don't know, at least 3 to 5 minutes. Never sleep on Miami, you guys. Great interview. Let's keep the video rolling, man. Shout out Miami. Let's go. Excuse me, sir. Sir, question for you. Have you ever been...
Oh my God. I've seen your shit.
Yeah?
That's crazy.
Could I interview you real quick?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to answer your questions.
Yeah?
What made you pick me out?
Man, you just had to look. You look like you got money, bro.
This is crazy. Are you filming this shit?
Yeah.
This guy at my gym comes up to me, David Genicello, yesterday, and says to me, "You've got to watch this guy." And I said, "I watch him all the time."
Wow.
But I never thought I'd get interviewed. That's
on.
insane.
Yeah, well, I guess, like, what line of business are you in?
I set up gyms around the world. I sell gym equipment around the world.
So you're an entrepreneur.
I'm an entrepreneur.
How long have you been a business owner for?
18 years.
And over these 18 years, what's the greatest lesson you've learned about entrepreneurship you pass off to someone about to start their first company in today's world?
Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Always.
How did you find that self-belief to go make millions of dollars? It's one of the biggest things people struggle with.
I think I had this burning desire inside of me from a young boy, but every time I was told no, I continued to push through. And the more people that talk shit about me, the more that made me even like it gets me emotional even thinking about it, because I was one of them that, like, you count me out, I'm gonna do it. Point blank, period. And so I just kept going and going and going, and I never in a million years thought I'd be where I'm at today.
So you don't come from a lot of money?
No, my dad's comes from Athens, Greece. Immigrant, come from nothing, and then raised me to be who I am today.
But you just never took no for an answer.
Dude, like when I say never took no, like 15 years ago, me and her were robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
Like eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'm trying to be Mr. Olympia stage bodybuilder, and fucking, like, kept going, literally taking cash to pay the electric bill, and then, kept grinding. I used to run 400 ads literally a week on Craigslist to sell my equipment. Nobody knew who I was. And then 2015 hit 100,000 followers on Facebook, and then just kept grinding, bro.
Yeah. 8 out of 10 businesses, they won't make it past 5 years. From your perspective, what's the most common mistake you see business owners make in today's world?
So it's funny, in the gym world, about three out of 10 is going to make it. And so what I normally see them do is they fail before they even get open. Meaning they got $500,000 to open this gym. They want to come to me and spend $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 on equipment. And I say, whoa, they went into the high dollar district like we're at right now, and they say their rent's $38,000 a month for a gym. They have no money in the bank to back them. They're setting themselves up for failure from the very get-go before they even open. So I always tell them, I sit down with them and I say, okay, what budget are we working with? What is your rent? What is your payroll? Are you going to put in the hours, or are you trying to pawn it off and pay somebody $100,000 a year? If you're not willing to put in the work, it is no business is a get rich quick, point blank period. So I always tell people, I'm like, if you want to put in the work, you can make it, but you got to be able to fucking sleep at the business.
I appreciate you, my friend. You got amazing advice.
Pleasure.
All right, you guys, Miami has been insane so far. We're back out here for day 3, headed to go get our next interview, but I want to take a quick moment to talk to you about one of the greatest things I've learned running this channel. 45% of millionaires in the United States have a side hustle where they're making additional money. That's why I want to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Prize Picks. Whether you're working a 9 to 5 or running your own business, Prize Picks gives you the ability to make some extra money while you're already on the grind. If you're like me and have a passion for sports and play fantasy football every single year, you might as well learn how to turn that passion into profit. That's why with Prize Picks, all you need to do is pick 2 or more football players every week and pick more or less on their projected stats. Then you just have to place your entry. You're already spending the time watching and studying football for fantasy, so you may as well transfer some of that knowledge to make some extra money. And if you can make the right decisions, you have the ability to turn $10 into $1,000 with just a few taps from your phone. So to join me and sign up for Prize Picks today, all you need to do is go to prizepicks.com/SOHK and use code SOHK for a guaranteed $50 once you play $5 in lineups. Once again, go to prizepicks.com/SOHK, use code SOHK for a guaranteed $50 once you play $5 in lineups. With all that being said, go tap in with Prize Picks right now, but let's go head to our next destination out here in Miami. Come on. I've got a very special surprise for you guys. We're about to interview Anthony Powell. He's done over $2 billion in sales throughout his career. We're linking up with him at the Porsche Design Tower, where he just got a new penthouse. This is one of the top 5 wealthiest buildings in the world. There's over 20 billionaires that live here, and he's about to drop some serious game for you guys. So with that being said, let's go link up with Anthony and see what he has to say. Anthony, what's going on, my friend?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Good, man.
To see you.
Good to see you as well. What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
I started in direct sales and contact management and lead distribution.
Are you a business owner?
Yes, I am.
How long have you been an entrepreneur for?
25 years.
Throughout your career, what has been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
In business, I've done over $2 billion.
$2 billion.
$2 billion.
What's your secret to selling in a competitive industry?
Well, everyone knows McDonald's. Why is McDonald's successful? Because they have a systematic approach to their business. And number 2, the system's so good that a 15-year-old can run the business. I created that with digital products. I have a system that's so watertight with contact management, lead distribution, and LMS. No matter what product or service I put in, I just win.
Yeah.
It's the system. You have to have a system if you want to win.
They're a formula.
Yeah, you gotta have a system. I'm a master system creator, and I know, like right now, I just launched another business. Guess what? We launched it back in November. Boom, it's like this. Why? The system.
What is the best financial decision somebody can make in today's world?
Number 1, find a vehicle to make lots of money. That's called earned income. Number 2, don't spend your earned income. Invest it in assets. But everyone goes, okay, I've heard this 100 times. What do I do? Where do I put my first 10 grand, 20 grand? What do I do to compound cash? You got to get an S&P ETF. The S&P has outproduced everything over the years. For example, this year it's already up 17%. That means if you had 100 grand, you're already up 17,000. You put 500, 1,000, 250, whatever you can afford every single month, you put it into an S&P ETF and let it grow and work your ass off in your vehicle and your business. Number 3, once you get to a certain point and you have money compounding, start investing in multifamily. You know, one thing I did when I was broke, I needed my rent paid for. So I went and bought an 8-plex. The bank will lend you because it's not a personal residence. They want to see cash flow. Does those 8 residential units pay the debt load? The answer is yes. So therefore, those 7 people paid the debt load. I got it for free. I was able to increase the value, sell it, and double the money. And when your passive residual income kicks off what you want as far as your goals and dreams, now you can start spending your money on Lambos and houses and Porsche towers and all the fun stuff. I don't spend earned income. Whether I work or not, sitting here with this guy, I'm making money right now standing here. That's what you got to be doing.
All right, you guys, my guy Anthony just dropped $1 billion worth of game for you guys, but I've got another special surprise for you. We're about to go interview Miami legend Eric Spafford on his yacht. For those of you who don't know, Eric sold a company for over $100 million. And he wants to drop $100 million worth of game for you guys. So we're gonna head there right now. Come with us. Let's go see what Eric has to say. Yo, what's going on, my friend? What's going on, man? How you doing? Man, this is fire. This is crazy, man. Sweet, let's go. Who am I here with today?
Eric Spafford, baby.
Throughout your career, what has been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
2021, over $100 million.
$100 million. And what happened that year that you made over $100 million?
I sold my business for $115 million on December 21st, 4 days before Christmas, 2021.
That's a crazy Christmas present.
It was.
And what was your business?
It was the largest provider of addiction treatment services in New England.
And why was that your vehicle? Like, that's a niche business. Out of any business you could have been in, how did you end up in that business?
I got sober and into recovery myself, man. I beat a drug habit, beat alcoholism at 21 years old, and found a passion for helping other people, turned it into a business, blew it out of the water.
Where are we at right now?
Miami, Florida, Island Gardens Marina, standing in front of my boat, the bonus rounds.
And this is your yacht?
That's my yacht.
As a 9-figure entrepreneur, what is the best financial decision that somebody can make in today's world?
Get into Section 8 real estate right now. The reason I say Section 8 real estate is that people live with the delusion that they need hundreds of thousands of dollars and a lot of expertise to become a real estate investor. The beautiful thing about this asset class is our average price per property is under $100,000, and almost any ordinary average American can get into becoming a real estate investor in this asset class. And it also produces higher than average cash on cash returns because the federal government overpays on the rent to incentivize landlords to create more low income housing, because there is a shortage, a national crisis of not enough low income housing for people that are at or below the poverty line. And so if you're watching this and you're like, I'm just a ordinary, average American, working middle class type person, get out of the financial slave mindset, and instead of taking your earned income and spending it directly on your lifestyle, reduce your lifestyle a little bit, save your money, take your savings and put that savings into an appreciating cash flowing asset that is going to pay you every month to earn it. And if you do that consistently enough, there'll become a breaking point where you have enough money coming from your real estate assets to pay for your lifestyle. And at that exact moment is when you will become financially free. The amount of stress you endure every day will go down substantially, and you get to do this very, very cool thing, which happened for me a long time ago as a result of investing in real estate. I do things because I want to, not because I have to. Most of you do things because you have to.
You know they don't teach that in school, right?
They certainly do not.
Yeah. Your last message to the younger generation, give them the blueprint. Give them a 60-second business masterclass right now. How can somebody become a multimillionaire like yourself in today's world? What does it take?
Listen, there's a couple core principles before I get to the business masterclass that the young generation really needs to embrace and embody, because if you miss this, you will miss all of it. Drugs and alcohol are for losers. If you do drugs and alcohol, the chances of you ever being financially free or immensely financially successful are almost zero. You want to be successful, you want to live a life like this, drugs and alcohol are not involved. Here's another important thing for you. Your circle matters more than you realize. I see too many young people hanging out, being cool, hanging out with losers, doing loser stuff. If you want to be a winner, you have to look around the people around you and be honest with yourself. Are these my friends, my boys, people I love, or are they actual winners? Why are you hanging out with them? You must have somewhat of a cold-hearted, ruthless nature to you, and have your loyalty be to your future in how you surround yourself with your people. I'm not telling you to tell those people to get out of here and never talk to them again and break up with them and all that. Love them from a distance, but chase relationships with winners and successful people that are like-minded, that want the same things. If you do those two things, stay away from vices and hang out with people that are destined to be successful, it is almost guaranteed that you will find a level of success.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. I appreciate that. So my guy, Eric, just came through again with the crazy interview at the yacht. But guys, that's a wrap on today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe for amazing content we've got coming very, very soon. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, our official entrepreneur community gives you guys the ability to join and get access to the multi-millionaire and billionaires that I interview on this channel, where you can learn skills directly from them, like how to sell, how to market, how to build businesses, how to create wealth in different industries. You can talk to them directly on the live calls that I'm hosting every single week and get access to tons of exclusive content. So to join, click the link down in the description below. I can't wait to see you on the inside of the School of Mentors, but with that being said, we'll see you in the next video.